Hello everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, we'll be discussing a LeetCode problem named PathSum2. Problem statement says that given the root of a binary tree and an integer target sum, return all the root to leaf paths where each path sum equals to the target sum. So let's break down the problem. Here we are given with a binary tree. I took this tree from the sample test case and a target sum of 22. What we have to do? We have to return all the root to leaf paths. Okay, let me tell you what a path is. Imagine you're walking on a road and you face a junction here. There are just two paths, two ways you can go, either to the left or to the right. Okay, again you went left, again you came across another junction where you can go either to the left or to the right. So that's a path. What you came through, you traverse this way, so this becomes a path. If you had gone another way, this would become your path. So now we know what a path is. So let's discuss about the target sum and the path sum. So when you find a path, you can add all the elements around those path to find a path sum. And what you have to do is, at the end, when you reach any one of the leaves in this tree are 7, 2, 13, 5 and 1, you have to check whether the path sum is equal to target sum. The target is 22 for this problem. Okay, let's list all the paths we can find in this tree. So 5, 4, 11, 7 forms this path and the sum is 27. We don't need that. If we come another way, that is 5, 4, 11, 2, we find 22, which forms a solution. Okay, so how do we go about solving this problem? Whenever you are given with a tree problem, always always think about finding a recursive solution, because recursive solution is way much easier than finding an iterative solution for tree. In some cases, the recursive solution might take a bit of time, but I have not come across any such problem. So recursive solution should always work. Okay, now let's imagine this problem in a different way. Suppose you are given with 22 chocolates and you have to distribute those chocolates to children in the houses. This is one house, this is one house, this is all those houses, and 5 children are in this house, 4 children are in this house. Okay, that way. And your master has told you that to find all the paths where you can distribute the chocolates equally, that is, when you reach the leaf houses, that is 7, 2, you should be left with 0 chocolates. So let's understand this by solving sample 1. Okay, let it be. Now I'm at 5. Okay, I have 22 chocolates, I give 5 chocolates, so I'll be left with 17, right? 17 chocolate. I have two options whether to go to the left or to the right. So first I go to left. I give 4 chocolates. How many I'm left with? 17 minus 4 is 13. Okay, I don't have the right path here, so I come to the left. 13 minus 11 is 2. I go to the right here first, but I have 2 chocolates, but there are 7 children. I cannot distribute them. Okay, children will get angry if I give 1 chocolate and the other child does not get a chocolate. So I can't go that way. I come to the okay, sorry, this was left and this was right. Okay, I come this way and I am left with 0 chocolates after distributing 2 chocolate to this in this house. So this forms one of my solution. If you look at the path sum, this is the path 5, 4, 11, 2, and 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 11 is 20, plus 2 is 22. So this is my path sum. This forms one of the solution. Let's see how we can solve this in a programmatic way. So the concept that I'll be discussing remains the same whether you are using any object-oriented programming languages like Java, JavaScript, Python, or C++. In C++, arrays are called vectors, so I'll be using the word vectors to represent arrays. I'll have one vector named as path to store all the elements which comes in the current path, and another vector which is another vector of vectors. So this will be the result that I'll be returning. What we have to return is this. Okay, this is one of the answer and this is another answer. So we have to return 5 4 11 2 in a list or a vector, and 5 8 4 5. Okay, these two we have to return. These two will be in result. So result will look like it's an array of array. That's a two-dimensional array. So when I'm at 5, I insert 5 because it's not a leaf node. Okay, and then I have target sum. I decrement 5 from target sum. So 22 minus 5 will become 17. I have it will become 17 here, and I pass that to, and I first check if there is a left child, and I pass the recursive function. I call the same function recursively to the left subtree. So 4, when I reach 4 is not a leaf node, so 4 will be appended here, and the sum will become, target sum will become 17 minus 4, that's 13. So it will be passed again here it's 13. It passed again to the right, sorry, this is the left subtree, and that's not a leaf, so it continues again. 11 here, I'm looking for 2. I come to this 7, the left subtree, but it's a leaf. Okay, it's a leaf node, but the sum will be what? I need 2 minus 7 equals to minus 5. This should be equal to 0. Minus 5 is not equals to 0, so this is not in my required answer. What I do is first I will have added it to the vector 7. I just remove that, and I go to the right subtree. I'll add right, so 5 4 11 2. This will be the path, so don't get confused here. This is the single vector through which I'm tracking all the paths. Okay, the current path. In the result, I have to insert this path whenever I find the sum is equal to 0. So yeah, in this path the sum will be equal to 0 because 5 plus 4 11 2, as we discussed, it will be equal to 22. So sum will be equal to 0, and I insert that into result. So now when I backtrack, I should remove 2, I should remove 11, I should remove 4. Okay, 4 is also removed, and then the same continues to this side. Okay, so that's how we solve this problem. So this is the function definition that's given in LeetCode. We are given with the root of the tree and the target sum, and we have to return a vector of vectors containing all the path sums. Okay, sorry, not the path sums, but the elements in the path, that's the path whose sum is equal to the target sum. So first let's define a helper function. Since we'll be using recursion here, we'll need some additional parameters in the function. So I have added the path which contains the current path, and then let me define the vector of vectors that will be returning as an answer. So first I'll have a path which will contain the current path, as I told before, and then I'll call the helper function passing the root of the tree, the target sum, and the path, that's the current path. Initially it will be empty because I'm starting at the root. Then I'll return the result here. Now in the helper function, if the current element is there's no root at all, then I just return. Okay, and I take out the target sum. As I told you before, imagine this as the chocolate distribution problem. I distribute this many amount of chocolates to the children, so I'll be left with target sum minus root value amount of chocolates. After that, I push the current roots value into the path, that is the current path. And then if the current node is a leaf node, then I have to check if the target sum is equal to 0. What if it's equal to 0? Then I insert the path into result. Okay, after that I have to check if the left child exists. If left child exists, then I call the same function again, passing the left child, the left root, that in that case, and target sum, which is, I've already distributed this many chocolates, so I have to send that, and the current path in the similar manner call the right child. And when both of them are visited, I have to remove what I had inserted in the path. So I had inserted the current element, I have to remove that current element. I hope you find this video useful. Let's meet again in the next video.